Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about raising my kids vegan. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and yesterday I asked you guys for some video ideas requests, so thank you for those of you who left those. I got a lot of good ideas, and also thank you just in general for your support. A lot of people said nice things about the things I post on my channel, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. So as far as raising vegan kids, I've got a few topics I want to talk about. First, I'm going to start with the questions that I had from the video yesterday, one from Ashley Thornton. Hi, Ashley. Will you let your kids try meat? Would you encourage them to try it at least once? If they decided to eat it, would you buy it for them? And no, I would not do any of those things. I don't want them to try it. I'm against it, so it's not something that I want as an option. I certainly wouldn't encourage them to try it. This sounds dramatic, but as much as I wouldn't encourage them to drink gasoline, to me it's just not food. It's, in my opinion, very inhumane, but also not healthy for your body, so I would never encourage them to try it. And if they decided to eat it, would I buy it for them? No. They may come to a point in their lives where they think that meat and dairy and eggs and everything is good for them, and if that's what they decide to do, they're free to do that. I'm not going to try to pressure them once, they're old enough to understand what that means, and if that's what they want to do for themselves. I personally am not going to buy it for them, and I'm not going to cook it for them. So that's going to be later when they are at friends' houses and they're comfortable with doing that. Then that's going to be their choice. When they have a job and they want to go out to eat and buy their own food, that's their choice. And when they eventually leave my home, I'm not going to be controlling their decisions for them anymore. I want them to live the lives they want to live when they get to that point. So my hope is that they understand why I chose to raise them this way, and that they hear out my values and my understanding for them, and then they make a choice for themselves. Of course, I hope that they choose to be vegan, but I'm not going to try to force them to be vegan. I don't think you can force anybody to do anything. So I'll just control my home because that's what feels good for me, but then let them lead their own lives. And then another person had like a piggyback comment on that, Chelsea McBride. Hi, Chelsea. She said that she is a vegetarian and her husband eats meat, and they are deciding what to do with their baby, if the baby, if they want to feed their baby meat or what they're going to do about that. I'm in the exact same spot. I don't consume any animal products. My husband is not a vegan or a vegetarian, like, strictly. He eats vegan food. I cook vegan food. I buy vegan food. That is what is in the house. But he also, has free will. He's his own person. I would love for him to be a vegan, and I encourage him to be a vegan. But again, I can't make him be a vegan. I'm not his mom. He's not a baby. He's a 40-year-old man. He can decide what he wants to eat. So when we go out to eat, he orders what he wants to eat, and at home, we pretty much eat vegan, or I always do and the kids do, but sometimes he'll buy some eggs or cheese or something, and I don't love it, but it's life. So we don't agree on raising the kids vegan. I am extremely passionate about it, and he respects and understands that to an extent. He thinks that they should eat it occasionally and wishes I was more flexible about it, but it's just kind of like an ongoing battle in the house. So I hope, Chelsea, that you and your husband can come to something that makes sense for you guys and that everyone's comfortable with. It's tough. I mean, food's funny. People are very sensitive about food, and the longer that I have eaten differently than other people, the more I see that, and people can be very defensive about the way I eat because it's different from them, even though I'm not pressuring them to eat differently. It's a funny little thing. I'm already at 4 minutes. I better speed it up. Next thing I want to talk about is pediatricians. My pediatrician is in support of raising my kids vegan, and I appreciate that. At the same token, if she wasn't, I would still raise them vegan. Doctors in America at least take like one course on nutrition as part of med school, and they're really not that well versed in nutrition. And I've seen that with conversations I've had with doctors about sources of different things and their inherent lack of knowledge about it. And I'm not like, well, I'm a nutritionist or anything, but I do spend a lot of time reading and studying it, and have noticed that they don't always really know what's going on there. So I think you need to do your own research and decide what you want to eat for yourself and for your kids more than what your specific doctor thinks. Next, supplements, super touchy topic. A lot of vegans won't supplement, and they are really proud about that and think that it means that the vegan diet is deficient if they do, et cetera, et cetera. I want to cover my bases. I want to cover my kids' basis. I think if you eat meat and dairy, you should still be supplementing. Food is not the same as it used to be. Cows aren't just out there grazing, eating all this fresh grass and getting all those vitamins that you're then eating. It's the world has changed. It's polluted. There's things going on. I like to supplement. So that's my family's choice. For my kids personally, we do a B12. Most vegans will admit that they need a B12. You can't get this from non-animal sources in the amount that your body needs. So this is an adult one, and I just give them each half. And then the rest of these are kid specific. This is just a multivitamin. And by the way, my kids love all of these vitamins. They just can't get enough of them. I give my kids children's DHA. This is a non-fish source for brain and vision development. And it also has vitamin D in it. And my last vitamin also has vitamin D in it. It is calcium and vitamin D from the Honest Company. I live in Oregon, and it is not sunny that much, so I'm all about giving them that vitamin D. The Honest Company, if you buy these with their bundle, it's significantly cheaper, so I'll leave my little link if you want. I think it's like $20 off your first bundle if you're new to the Honest Company, so I'll leave that below if you're interested in checking it out. I do the Essentials bundle, and I just bundle a bunch of these, and then you don't have to ship every month. I just ship it. I just keep setting the date out until I need them, then I'll just order a bunch of them again. So that's why I get these cheaper, because they are pricey. Supplements are pricey, but again, I think it's worth it for your health. Next, birthday parties, etc. I don't want to make my kids feel weird. My son's in preschool, they have birthday parties there. They bring cupcakes. He eats the cupcakes. Do I want him to eat them? No. They have dairy products in them. They also have a lot of other gross things that I don't feed him, like artificial flavors and colors, etc. But, he's a kid. I'm not going to punish him, and, that's what I would think he would feel like. And he likes it. It's not the end of the world. I do not let him consume any meat, though. So if it was Dr. Seuss Day, they had green eggs and ham, and I just asked them to offer him a different snack, and luckily he happily took it. I said if he has to eat the eggs, if he really wants them, you can give them to him, but luckily he was fine not eating them. But the ham, I was just no can do. I think it's because I've been a vegan about 2.5 years, and I've been a vegetarian my whole life, so meat is so far away that it's just no can do. And then if we're going to birthday parties, I just ask what they're serving at the birthday party. For example, the last one we went to, they were serving hot dogs and banana splits, so I just brought veggie dogs for my kids, and then I brought soy ice cream for their banana splits. But if it's something if they're eating cake or something for dessert, I'll let them eat that. But again, if meat's the food, then I don't have them eat that. I just try to bring an equivalent, I brought pizza if they're having pizza, etc. And then the last thing I want to talk about is just school lunches. So Finley's going to be in kindergarten next year, and I'm just going to pack his lunch every day. I feel really fortunate that we're able to do that we have the means to. We don't have a lot of money, but we do have the means to go to the grocery store and buy food, and that we can pack it for him. So I feel really grateful about that, because school lunches are not the healthiest ingredients a lot of times. I know for some people that's your only option, but I'm definitely going to be bringing his lunch because it's not vegan, and it's also not the kinds of foods that I want him to eat. So hope that doesn't sound snobby. I don't mean it to be snobby. I do feel very grateful that we are able to eat the way that we eat. It's really, really important to me, and I'm really thankful for that. So before we get to 10 minutes, that's what I think about raising vegan kids. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye.